The Sennheiser MKE 200 is a super-cardioid mic designed for front camera capture. It is priced around 100 USD overseas or 500 Malaysian ringgit locally. Diving into the physical build, it is 4 cm wide, 6 cm high and 7 cm long. The microphone alone weighs 46 grams. With the cable, it weighs 59 grams. And with all the cable, microphone as well as the windscreen, it weighs 69 grams. It's very lightweight in my opinion. When placed on a full-frame Sony A7 Mark III, the windscreen does stick out a bit. After removing it, it is same level as the electronic viewfinder. While on the crop sensor Sony A6300, even without the windscreen, it sticks out a tiny bit, still compact setup in my opinion. The microphone cold shoe is made out of plastic with a quarter screw mount. Now I wish they make it metal with a 3/4 screw mount and include a 1/4 adapter. That would be amazing so we can adapt the microphone in variety of scenario. The windscreen has a stretchy bit that loops over the microphone. It is easy to tell the direction of the windscreen by placing the logo behind the back of the microphone. When the microphone is unmounted from the camera, it's a bit tricky to put on and taking it off. However, if you mount the microphone on top of any camera, it's easy to put on and put off the windscreen. I highly suggest this method. The windscreen has one of the finest, softest and condensed fur setup, and I'm not sure whether this would translate to better wind reduction, but looking at its internal layer of the windscreen is made out of mesh fabric, unlike some other competitors that uses sponge or some kind of foam. No battery is required to operate it as it's phantom powered by your camera. Also, it's almost the size of a 9V battery or a Sony full-frame camera battery anyway. Sennheiser provided two types of cable in the package. One 4-pole cable for your smartphone and 3-pole cable for your typical camera setup. The smartphone bit, let me know in the comments what environment or what test should I run so I can do in a separate video. The cable is nice. It has a screw lock mechanism to prevent forceful removal or ejection from the microphone side. It is springy, it's colorful, thus it's easy to find this cable in a bunch of bag full of black cables. Now even without the windscreen on, it has this built-in filter that cuts out some wind noise. So let's jump into the real world test to check it out. For our very first test, this is an outdoor test 1 meter distance away I have measured. So this has some bird chirping, there is background highway with motorcycles, motor cars. It's raining a little bit, you can feel a little bit drizzling here and there, a little bit wind breeze. So this is how I sound like, testing 1, 2, 3. Pink fluffy unicorn, dancing on rainbow. She sells seashells on the seashore. It's 50 cm based on my IKEA ruler right here. So this is how I would sound like when in arm's length. This would be the appropriate distance for vloggers, maybe a little bit nearer right here. For those using 20, 24 to 28 millimeter lens for vlogging and blogging and YouTubers. So testing 1, 2, 3. Pink fluffy unicorn, dancing on rainbow. She sells seashells on the seashore. So at this particular distance, this is where the mic would shine the best. Alright, testing 1, 2, 3. Pink fluffy unicorn, dancing on rainbow. She sells seashells on the seashore. Alright, it's drizzling a little bit more, but there's some wind, but it's not strong enough, so I decided to do a little bit more hardcore test by using cardboard and fanning some wind towards the microphone without the dead cat on. So, keeping silent. I hope that picks up a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is do all my tests again, this time with the dead cat on. So we are back at the 1 meter distance, this time with the dead cat or the flurry bit on top of the microphone. So testing 1, 2, 3. This is how I would sound like at this distance with the dead cat on. Pink fluffy unicorn, dancing on rainbow. She sells seashells on the seashore. So this is how I would sound like, testing 1, 2, 3. Pink fluffy unicorn, dancing on rainbow. She sells seashells on the seashore. So testing 1, 2, 3. Pink fluffy unicorn, dancing on rainbow. She sells seashells on the seashore. Alright, dead cat on. Now there's a little bit more breeze, I can feel it on my skin, but we're gonna go a little bit more hardcore with our cardboard right here. Oh, I can see both the wind and all I can say is the flurry bit is working. You can see it fluffy a bit, so I hope that reduce the wind noise compared to the one without the dead cat on. So the next test is definitely indoors. In a studio environment like this, there's carpet on the floor, there's air condition right above me right now. This is 1 meter distance away. So testing 1, 2, 3, pink fluffy unicorn dancing on rainbow. She sells seashells on the seashore. What I'm going to do next is, without the dead cat or the fluffy bit, I'm going to do the quick cardboard wind test. Okay. So this is a 50 cm distance away from the camera itself. Now the lens looks a little bit compressed because I'm using a 35, but for a typical vlogger, you're going to be using 20, 24 or 28. That looks a little bit more wider, but still within hand reach right here. So testing 1, 2, 3, pink fluffy unicorn dancing on rainbow. She sells seashells on the seashore. Alright, I'm 25 cm away from the back of the LCD screen of the camera right now. So testing 1, 2, 3, pink fluffy unicorn dancing on rainbow. She sells seashells on the seashore. The dead cat is on, or the fluffy bit is on to the camera right now. 1 meter distance test. Testing 1, 2, 3. Pink fluffy unicorn dancing on rainbow. She sells seashells on the seashore. And I'm going to do the wind test, but first I'm going to keep quiet for a while. Okay, I can see the flurry bit flying here and there. So this is a 50 cm setup with the dead cat or the fluffy bit on. So testing 1, 2, 3, pink fluffy unicorn dancing on rainbow. She sells seashells on the seashore. I'm 25 cm away from the LCD screen, same like the previous setup. So testing 1, 2, 3, pink fluffy unicorn dancing on rainbow. She sells seashells on the seashore. So the next test is actually to test the shock mount that is built into the Sennheiser microphone right here. These two tests includes the vertical shaking test as well as the hand tossing test. Now I removed the Joby Gorilla port right here, so it does not have that weird rattling plastic sound, so it does not introduce that audio sound into the microphone test. Thus you can see this footage is a little bit shaky because my hand is kind of weak for an Asian guy. Jokes aside, let me do the vertical test quickly. I hope there is no sound. Okay, next is the hand toss. So hand passing to another hand. Hopefully there is no weird sound. I'm going to do it faster this time. Right, that would be the vertical and horizontal test. Now I need to put this back on the Gorilla Pod so my hand does not suffer more. It's a couple of days now. I have tested this microphone in a wide variety of distance, environment, as well as in-camera settings, as well as post-production adjustments. So let's start with the in-camera settings. I set this to a value of 1 for our Sony camera, internal recording. I tried a value of 3 and 5. It does sound a little bit more hot in my opinion, and a lot of the body or bass gets lost from that kind of setting. So I stay at value of 1. That sounds a little bit more reasonable for me to do post-production adjustment. Now if you have any recommendation how to improve the adjustments, let me know in the comments below with the correct numeric values and what presets to use. So back to the microphone itself. When it comes to the frontal capture, I did mention in the video that is within 1 meter distance, but from further testing I can say that it's best performed from 80 cm and under. So this translates to, let's say if you're a white man with a, I'm Asian build, I'm short-handed, so if I handheld a camera, that will be around 50 cm. That's where the sweet spot of this microphone will perform. Now 80 cm, that means you're, well, bigger build than me. Definitely is still within hand reach for you guys, and the audio pickup would be better. Anything above 80 cm would be a little bit tricky, and it would capture a lot more environmental noises, so something to note right there. Now when it comes to the back capture right here, I would say in the video I did mention 25 cm, but from further checking out, under 15 cm would be the sweet spot for better audio clarity, where you point and just talk into the back of the microphone when pointing into a subject. That would be good setup in my opinion. Now when it comes to this microphone right here, one thing I do enjoy is its compact size. Run and gun, just putting onto my Sony A7 Mark III 55 1.8 Zeiss lens, putting in my low pro bag or my peak design bag, putting in and out is quite simply amazing, and it's just so convenient. I don't need to screw and unscrew the microphone such as my Rode Video Pro. Despite the audio quality is not so good as the Rode Pro or even my more expensive Bayer dynamic mic right here, I would say for its compact size, convenience and practicality, I would give this microphone a shot for simple casual vlogging or video recording experience. So if you have a 20, 24, 28mm lens, putting this on, which is lightweight, and those full frame glasses, those high quality glasses would be heavy, lightweight compact microphone would be amazing for you guys. So if you're interested in this baby right here, you can check the affiliate links below where you can purchase them or check out for updated price or discount. Remember to like, subscribe and share this video onto your social media. Comment below any adjustments, settings that I could try it out. Let me know which country you're from. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next microphone review. Bye guys.